Christians, and my good brother Austin here, whose comment says the following. The Bible says that they both fell from heaven. I just wonder maybe if they both fell at the same time. Talking about Lucifer, who is the king of Babylon, and Satan. And then he says, of course I know that Lucifer was the king of Babylon. So then the whole idea is you're asking if it's possible that Satan and Lucifer, who is the king of Babylon, both fell at the same time. They couldn't fall at the same time. And here's the reason why. First of all, Satan is much older than the king of Babylon. Much older. So they couldn't have fell at the same time because when Satan fell, the king of Babylon hadn't even been born yet. So that's number one. Number two, in chapter 14 of Isaiah, in verse 13, God says to the king of Babylon, who he refers to as Lucifer, he says, you have said in your heart that I will ascend to heaven. You have to understand something. Satan was already in heaven. So how could he say, I would ascend into heaven? And the king of Babylon, he could say, I will ascend to heaven in terms of glory, in terms of the heights, in terms of being godlike. His whole idea is he's full of pride and he thinks of himself as a god. And this is why he's getting the smackdown and almost getting God speaking to him in a way that he is referred to Lucifer in a sarcastic way. In other words, you are not a son of God. You think you are. You think you are godlike, but you are not. But it says here in verse 13, you have said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will exalt my throne above the sons of God. In other words, King of Babylon sees himself as greater than God. He sees himself as a morning star. And he's not. Only Christ is that. And then he says also, I will ascend to the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. This is what men on the earth think. This is how they think. And this is what we're dealing with.